Yeah, I think it's almost certain the death toll will increase. I think the issue is going to be finding any of the dead. For two reasons. One, because searching a part of the Mediterranean Sea that's about 45 miles southwest of here, at least that's when the ship sank. Obviously the currents then play a factor in it, but also the fact that the ship sank in the deepest part of the Mediterranean, which will mean any recovery of the boat itself will be incredibly difficult if they do try and attempt that. And the numbers that we've been hearing here, we've got no clear numbers how many people are on board. Some people have put it as high as about 750. Others think it might be a bit lower, around 500, 550. Either way, if you look at the fact that 104 have been rescued and 79 are dead, that leaves a few hundred still missing. So whether they'll ever be found, I think is still a very open and quite pertinent question at the moment. The survivors are being brought here. No new survivors, I should say, since yesterday. So despite the search and rescue operation going on, no new survivors, which is obviously not good news. But they've been brought here to this warehouse. They've been looked after by aid agencies, including the Red Cross, the UNHCR, and local Greek aid agencies and Greek authorities. Some of them have gone to hospital nearby, not suffering from anything major, a bit of hypothermia, a bit of exposure, that kind of thing. And then they'll be taken here to a centre where they'll be processed, and their immigration claims will be assessed from there. But the search and rescue operation, as I said, is ongoing. It's covering a very wide area, and this could turn out to be a really, really bad disaster, ranking up there in one of the worst migrant disasters in the Mediterranean. And what we didn't know for quite a long time was whether there are any women and children on board. So all the survivors are men. There've been no confirmation, but actually we have been told by a victim, one of the survivors in hospital, that there were women and children on board, and sadly they were being kept below deck, and it looks maybe as though they weren't able to escape and they went down with the ship. But there are relatives coming here as well to try and find their loved ones. I spoke to a man, Asab Khan, who's from Birmingham, from Wolverhampton area, who'd come here to try and find some of his cousins.
So you were searching for your relatives?
Yeah, we're searching for relatives, yeah.
How many relatives are you missing?
There's 3 relatives are missing. We found 1 relative and he's alive, and we're not sure where the rest of them are.
And how are they connected to you?
They're my cousins. Yeah.
Men, women, children?
No, they're just men.
Just men. And you found one, the others are missing, are they?
Yeah.
Okay. Have you heard anything from the authorities?
Basically, we don't know where the rest of them are from. We're just trying to find out. Yeah, thank you.
So I'm afraid there's not really much good news to bring from here, other than the fact that the search and rescue operation does continue. There are some storms in the area, so that might hamper things. But as well, the Greek government have announced a 3-day period of national mourning, which shows how seriously they're taking. That's unusual. They don't normally do that. But this crossing between North Africa, particularly Libya, and southern Europe, Italy and Greece, is the most dangerous in the world. It's claimed 17,000 lives in the last 10 years. And I don't think anybody expects that this will be the last disaster of its kind this summer, because as the waters are calmer, the weather is better, more and more people are trying to make that journey.